Alright, so I'm going to try to make this video and hopefully help you guys out trying to update the Best Choice Jeeps. I know I did a couple of videos already on how they run and a rundown of the parts, but I'm going to rewire my sons here, and just to give you guys an idea, he beat this thing up over the last couple of years. So just so you guys know, there's a 9-volt battery that just goes down to a little LED light under here so I can see what I'm doing, just in case you're wondering. Let me just go over a few basics of what we got here. So a lot of people ask me, what wires go where and where do they go to and where do I put them, especially if they're not putting these speed controls, the RX30 24 volts, in a different vehicle and not in the Best Choice vehicles. So in the Best Choice vehicles, you'll see that you have the this is the shifter up here. So you got a blue, a brown, and an orange. Now this, if you see right here, this brown wire in the back, which is actually the middle terminal. Okay, that runs down here, comes down, and that's actually your foot switch, your foot pedal. All right. If you look here, actually, 2 wires actually come out of that wire loom. Okay, comes back down here and goes up into the switch up here. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see that. It comes right up into here, into the on-off switch. All right, and then the other end of that goes into this switch here, and then obviously that switch comes down here, and you got the third port, which is the orange wire here by my pinky, that runs down through the wire loom, and that goes to this. And then you got your other blue line here, which is in your first port there, that comes down through, and that comes into your third port on this switch here. Okay, here's the colors for those of you that don't have the stock plug. Okay, these are the colors of what the stock plug looks like. Okay, it's black, orange, blue, black, then there's one missing, and then there's white and a red. All right, so that being said, let's just go over these real fast. You have this plug right here. Okay, this one goes to the motors. Okay, this fatter one here, this will be coming from your battery harness. When you do the 24 volt conversion, you're gonna have to make a couple of splits like I did here, and what you do is you take the ground and you'll split another ground to another wire, and you'll just have to figure it out, and you'll make a you'll end up making a clip, however you want to do it, hard wire, clip, removable. I put a quick disconnect in case the part ever goes bad, I can switch it out. And then you're going to make this adapter wire here, which actually comes off of your button controls up here. So if you guys want to see what that looks like, these are the buttons that I have. This is the stock power switch that turns, that turns the truck on and off, and then you have a secondary one here. All right, now those, and then you got the radio here, and then I also added the roller bar lights here, and a voltage gauge, and then this is that switch that I showed you before. All right, so back to the wiring. So all this stuff up here is all these little wires are all the 12 volt low voltage wires that go to the on-off switches. And these yellow ones up here, if anybody's wondering, obviously the blacks are the ground and the yellows are the positive, and what those go to is those go up to the gauges that light up. Okay, and then you have your radio clip. I don't know if you can see this right here, but you have your radio clip up here. Okay, now you have your yellow wire here that's going to go to your speaker. You see this clip here? That just goes to the positive, negative on your speakers. Okay, you don't have to change any of that. And you do have a blue wire right here. That's your antenna. Okay, and then you should have, see if I can get a good shot of this here. You do have your positive and negative, okay, which go right back into your harness up here, and then it swoops down, and it all goes eventually, wraps around, comes down here, and it all gets split up, and you're gonna end up making, like I said, it goes into this adapter here. Okay, so the power is actually going, sorry with the camera, the power is actually going up this way and then goes to everything. Okay, so this is the end clip here. All right, and then you're going to plug your 24 to 12 volt converter. This is your 12 volt side here, and when you turn your stuff on, it's going to allow the 12 volts to flow through here and go to your 12 volt accessories. All right, if you don't put this on, 24 volts is going to go to your lighting and your radio, and they're not going to last that long. They will work, but not for long. If you want to see what damage it'll do, I don't know if you can see this, but the headlights, I did the roll bar lights, and when I first did it, they worked fine. I was like, wow, these things are super bright. Not thinking that 12 to 24 volts, these were all 12 volt rated, it actually melted holes in the lenses here and actually kind of warped it a little bit. I mean, and these things are pretty bright. I replaced them all, they're all fixed, but the actual casings are all, you know, warped and melted. Anyway, and then I added this is me here, I added this wire here, this comes down, rolls down and connects into their stock harness for the headlights and stuff like that. And then there is this wire here goes to the roll bar. So the roll bar lights come down around the side, underneath, come up, around, ties into these front headlight and marker light lenses, comes all the way around. These are all the stock clips. I didn't really change too much on any of that stuff. Comes in, and that'll all go back up into positive, negative, and then go into that converter. All right, or the converter will go into that stuff, however you want to look at it. All right, I also added a quick port charging, like a trailer port here. I just thought it was a little easier than lifting up the hood and clicking the thing every time. So I just got a charger, soldered a few ends on there. I got this quick connecting on Amazon from Optimate. They're cheap enough. And then this will just get soldered into your battery setup here. All right, and that's how it's been running pretty much the whole time. Okay, you got your main wire here that literally plugs into, which I never disconnected, but there's a stock charging port here that I just left intact. It doesn't affect anything. I left that intact, and that's where your power goes in. So your power goes into that. It comes to this, which this plugs into your speed control. That's where your power and ground, they'll be connected to your batteries, your positive and negative. I mean, that's pretty much it. There's really not too much to it. It's just a lot of little wires going all over the place that you just need to, as long as you know what they are, it's actually not too bad. It's just time consuming. Like I said, you don't have to add all these additional wires like I did. You don't need secondary switches or anything like that. You can wire everything into the main switch if you want. You know, my kids like flipping buttons and stuff, so I just tried to make everything separate. I'm just gonna rewire my son's batteries here. He killed the battery and a speed control going through the woods with this thing. So what I'm gonna do is just pop in a new speed control real quick, and I think I'm gonna resolder some of these power wires make this look a little bit nicer, because I was in a rush to patch it to get it for them working. So we're going to clean this up a little bit. All right. Did want to add one thing. I know a lot of people were asking about the high-low switch, and the 12-volt Jeeps obviously didn't come with a high-low because they were not stock on, at least on this model. So what happened was I got a Weelye high-low controller. All right, and you use these two ports here, okay, and pretty much all it does is it just grounds it out. And if you can see it here, one wire goes to here, okay, so it's the brown wire that goes down to the foot pedal. All right, and that foot pedal wire comes up here to this ground. All right, and then it wraps itself around and goes up, and it goes up to the power switch. So it comes back down here, comes here. It's all I think ground related, and you have to look at the wiring diagram. I can't really off the top of my head remember where this was, but I think these are all just pin trip switches on the speed control. Everything's done through the speed control. Anyway, this other wire comes down around, and it goes to this first port here on the clip. All right, that black wire, which I don't remember if it's in use or not on this model. I think I added this wire. There are clips, actually the LiPo. I think it's like the 6S or something like that. I have it in the link. You can purchase like a pack of 10 for like $10, and you get a whole bunch of these clips. But all the wires are black; they're not colored. So you just, as long as you know what the pinout is, you're fine. Anyway, so you got one there, and pretty much all that switch does is connect the two wires or disconnect the two wires. So if you connect them, it's low mode, slow, and when they're disconnected, it's high. So on the other speed control, or if you just put in the 24 volt, the RX30, if you don't put this switch in, it will always be on high. There is no low mode unless you put this switch in and actually short out the switch for the speed control. So it's just a ground out. So you flip it on, it grounds these two together, and boom, it trips the speed control into low mode. All right, I just wanted to add that in there because I know a lot of people ask about that. after the complete rewiring, let's see if this is a success. That's where you could see where the one melted. But they're pretty bright. Okay. Okay, horn works, all that stuff works. Okay, and let's... Okay, so that's on low. This is high. Okay, that works. Then let's go to reverse. Reverse works good. And this would be stop. Okay. Good to go. Alright, we're all complete here. That was, like I said, that was just a re-up on the wiring on the Best Choice Jeep. Hope this helps you guys out. If you have any questions, just comment below. Thanks.